Yo, what's up with it, y'all? It's JD and James back with another quick video. And today's video, we're going to be talking about something that we get asked very often, and that's how much rest should you be taking in between sets. Before we get into the video, if you guys are interested in fitness, specifically calisthenics, growth, mindset talk, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you guys can get updated every time we drop new content. But let's get back into it. So, me and James have been training together for about 9-10 months total, and James actually just came out here for about a week, maybe a little bit over a week, and we've been training throughout this week, but we've been going ham. We've been going literally nuts. 2 a days every single day, just balls to the wall, maxing out everything, just squeezing every little drop out of it. And you know, different workouts require different rest periods. And you know, James, you might want to touch on this, but I could say, like, so when, especially specifically with calisthenics, you know, there's certain exercises where you're literally just like maximum exertion, strength building, skill building. And for me personally, when it comes down to these exercises, these are the ones that I want to take as much rest as possible. You know, depending on what your time schedule is, if you could take 5 minutes in between sets, then take 5 minutes in between sets. Now, of course, in a perfect world, you can do that. A lot of people kind of are working on a little bit more of a strict time schedule when it comes down to getting to work, or maybe they have family obligations or whatever it may be. But, you know, when it comes down to building strength and kind of experimenting with new movements, I think that the more time that you actually rest, the better. What do you think about that, James?
Yeah, especially if you actually want to build muscle and you want to increase your skill level. I think you're going to want to take between like maybe 3 to 8 minutes, depending on, you know, basically the severity, how advanced it is, you know, how well recovered you are from your other training sessions. That's actually one of the biggest beginner mistakes I see in like all aspects of training. Is literally taking, you know, 30 seconds between sets, a minute and a half between sets, and it's super deceptive because when you take really short rest periods, it's good if you want to increase your muscles' ability to recover in between sets, but it's deceptive in the fact that you're going to be doing a lot less work and it's going to feel a lot harder. So if you actually wrote down and you tracked your workout and how many reps and sets you're doing, you'll notice whenever you're doing those, you know, minute and a half rest periods, like for example, if you're doing pull-ups, you might hit maybe 12 reps on your first set, and then it's, you know, you only rest 30 seconds, then you can only hit 8 reps, and it actually feels way harder than if you would have rested, you know, 4 minutes and then hit another full 12 rep set.
Yeah.
And in terms of strength, I'd say there's zero benefit to having shorter rest periods when it comes to pure strength. If anything, you could honestly probably build more strength resting even 15 minutes between sets, or doing like a greasing the groove, which would be extreme, of literally doing a set an hour.
Every throughout the day. You know what I mean? And one thing I'll say, you know, James is a big proponent of taking a lot of time between sets. Now, to me, I think there is a time and a place for, you know, getting those quick sets in, taking those 30-minute breaks in between sets. But that's if you want to kind of turn your workout into something more of a high-intensity workout. If you kind of want to mix calisthenics with HIIT, and you kind of want to get that sweat going, and you kind of, after the workout, you want to be kind of dripping in sweat. And if you're really if you're on like a weight loss journey, I actually think that there's nothing wrong with that, because one thing I realize is that everybody is in it for a different reason. You got people who are starting off, you know, really skinny, who are trying to put on some mass and build strength. And then you have some people who may be a little bit overweight and they're trying to actually shed some of that weight. And different tactics can help you with that. You know, and exercises that you might want to think about doing with those is maybe start off your workout with 5 sets of 10 burpees, and don't give yourself too much rest in between those sets. And also, that kind of plays into kind of endurance training as well. And if you guys watch a lot of calisthenics content, you guys probably see, I mean, you obviously see the guys out there in New York. And I think one of the main things that they actually focus on is volume and endurance. Now, everybody has different goals. Me and James aren't really into that. We're really actually into doing smaller amounts of reps, more explosive, building strength, and kind of gaining new skills with different movements. Like right now, we're working on a one-arm handstand. So, you know, we're not looking to do a bunch of reps of handstand push-ups right now. We're actually just more so focused on trying to get that balance and get that strength and that skill to where we can actually hold ourselves up on one hand. There's nothing wrong with taking those quick breaks in between sets, but like James said, if you're trying to optimize the movement and you're trying to optimize your strength building, you're going to want to take a little bit more time in between sets.
And I just want to throw it out there, like if you guys are on a time crunch, like let's say you have like 45 minutes, you want to get a good workout in before work, say you want to take 5-minute rest periods, but you don't want to just be sitting there in between sets, hit alternate muscle groups. So hit a set of pull-ups, hit a set of dips, hit a set of pistol squats, pull-ups. So you're constantly working, but you're actually giving your muscles enough time to recover so you can actually get quality reps in, quality sets. So you don't even have to, sit there and like, set a timer for 5 minutes. Yeah. You could actually be productive during that time. I mean, a lot of times, honestly, I'll be studying or I'll be looking up something on my phone, depending on what I'm trying to learn at the time. So if you guys are students and, maybe go to the gym and bring your homework and literally knock out a set of pull-ups, go back, study your flashcards or whatever you're trying to learn, maybe 6 minutes, go hit another set, go back to studying, and that's how you can actually optimize your time and not just sit there and waste time. And then alternatively, you're not going to waste the workout, in my opinion, where you're doing that, where you hit a set, rest 30 seconds, and then, by 15 minutes is over, you're getting sloppy reps in, you're not even doing, 50% of what your potential is, which, I mean, there's definitely a time and a place for that training, but I don't think that's going to get most people what their actual goal is.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, most people want to at least build muscle, or they want to become, ripped, or they want to even increase your max reps. I don't think taking super short rest periods is going to be great for that either. So for most of your goals, I would say make sure you get adequate rest between sets so you can optimize your form.
And one last thing before we cut out. When I first started calisthenics, I actually went with the model of training that James actually just spoke about, which is circuit training. You're literally like supersetting or tri-setting different exercises, and it's basically so you can actually rest that muscle group. So maybe I go hit a set of pull-ups, then I do a set of squats, and then maybe I hit a set of dips, and then I can go in rotation like that. And they're all working different muscle groups, so you're not necessarily going to be fatigued when you get to that next set. So, these are all different tactics that you guys can go with. Just like we said, if you're actually trying to build skills and build strength, like max reps and stuff like that with maybe weighted calisthenics, you're definitely going to want to take that time and maybe do that, just like James said, 3 to 8 minute range. If you're trying to turn it into a high intensity workout, then yeah, maybe you want to go with those 30-second rest periods and you want to be drenched in sweat. If you want to, work on endurance, shorter rest periods. But, when you're starting off, I actually highly recommend that you go with that circuit training fashion. And then, once you kind of level up into calisthenics, then maybe you can start going into some different areas, splits or different things like that. But anyways, guys, if you guys have any questions that you guys have, leave those in the comment section. If you guys want us to touch on anything else, any other video topics, leave that in the comment section. The comments help the algorithm send this video out to other viewers. If you guys enjoyed this content, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. We'll holler at you guys later. Peace.